All right. So hopefully I can get through this successfully. Here's what we're looking at for today. It's April 19th, um, and a downtrend day is what we're looking at. So I didn't measure many moves. I measured some. I was trading here, and I measured this move, and we got a perfect measured move, which gave us a good entry on a higher low. Um, Starting off the day, I thought we were going higher uh, from the overnight price action, but then we get this channel working. So I do believe this is the correct downward channel. It could be a little flatter like that. That would make sense. We get a touch here again, and then a touch here again. Uh, See, I mean, really, you just had to play these short-term channels anyway. Um, Yeah, but some good price action today. So let's take a look at these trades. One thing I do want to point out, just because I'm learning what this whole gap idea is, and so I guess this is Friday. Is this Friday's price action over here? I think this is Friday's price action. See how prices gap down? Um, well, prices quickly went to fill that gap, and we get a higher low right here. Um, and then another higher low right here before they fill the gap. And you see they fill that gap and uh, get some resistance there. So just wanted to point that out. It did look like we were in this range for a little bit with an upward bias towards the open of the day. Um, and I made a video on this. We'll see what everyone else has to say. Well, one person didn't really like this trade, but I like this entry on a you can go long above this here, above this bar on a failed second entry short. Why I like it is because we have this channel down, we get a break, a move to a new low, and I went long above this bar. Okay, so that's why I took it. It ended up working out. Uh, but anyway, it's also it's off of this trend channel, so I like it. I like it. Prices pull back after bouncing near the midline. Prices pull back to that same level of support. If you want to be super aggressive, but I couldn't take it just because it's not a second entry of any sort. Um, but yeah, so we start working in here. We get this congestive area. There are no entries here, unfortunately. Um, and we get this big measured leg down, okay, or this big move down. So I measured that, and you get a perfect measured leg here. We'll talk about that in a second. But look at this big leg down. If you're being really aggressive, you could probably go short there too. But I just didn't like it because I thought we would still be playing this channel that had an upward bias. But you can see a bunch of people getting trapped going long here. You know, the people who took this trade might have also taken this trade. They get trapped and it makes a big move down. Here we have a failed second entry long, first entry, second entry. However, we had a close outside of this trend channel, so I was just, and it's far from the EMA, so it's aggressive. Um, we come down here and it breaks into some congestion. Okay, and uh, you don't get any good long entries here. And you can see this big bearish bar. People got trapped going short there. Boom, it rockets up. You do get a failed second entry short here off this low, though. Wait, first entry. Oh, okay, second entry. Yeah. Failed second entry short. However, it closed outside of this channel, so it's aggressive. Um, Maybe some people drew it like this. And that'd still be aggressive because it's in the middle of no man's land. So, yeah, you get a failed second entry short. Ways away from the trend channel, and the EMA. So it's aggressive. It works out, get some congestion, and then we make this measured leg down. And really, I should start right there, but if you start from here, it's a perfect measured move. And unfortunately, there's no good way to enter this, so you just have to miss it. However, we then get a touchdown here, and if you drag these down to here, this channel off the highs is what I mean to say. Down here we have our bottom, okay? So you can see we have closes outside of this channel, and we bounce here, we get a higher low, and I like this. Going back to the EMA, plenty of room back to the EMA. So not sure if I took that. First entry, we got a failed second entry short right here. Also far from the EMA. Let's mark this as aggressive. This is above the EMA, so that's why it's aggressive. But it's off the trend channel, the short-term trend channel. So that's why I marked it. Yeah, I would be more confident and I'd make it blue if it was near the EMA, but it's not. But it does work out. And then they just start, this is really a range, but it's just got an upward bias. And they start chopping people up. You get a first entry, second entry short here. Uh, I wouldn't I wouldn't be opposed to people going short here. It's off the channel. Why did I mark this? Maybe I meant to mark this. Um, yeah, this looks a little aggressive, like an aggressive entry on the matching high. Okay, first entry. Dang. Hmm. I kind of like this in hindsight. You know what? I'm gonna make this blue actually. Eh. Now let's keep that green. Okay, and I'll explain why. So what I'm thinking here is this is a failed second entry long. Okay. Um, the reason I would look at it at all in the first place is because of this overshoot. Overshoots typically lead to a break. So we get an overshoot, first entry, second entry, failed second entry long, and it closes beneath the EMA and beneath the channel. I like that. I like the idea of that. Okay, so it did work out if you took it. And if you did take it, whoops, get this steep move down. Okay, you get a break of that downward channel, and you get a higher low. And that's a nice trap, man. It's aggressive because I mean you don't know prices could make another leg down. Okay, but we should be expecting a move to a new high too. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And that's what happens. And here, the reason I marked this is a second entry short off of that trend channel. So that was previous support, and now I figured it'd be used as resistance maybe. And look, that was an important price level here too. So it is a second entry short. This is definitely aggressive though, because this looks like it's still in that trend channel. That kind of looks like one leg up. So we'll keep it as aggressive. Yeah, and then prices started ranging. I don't see much that I like in here because you're not getting, like, for example, you don't get a second entry short. It's a higher low, or it's a higher high anyway. And then here we start making lower lows. Boom, boom. So just pretty confusing to me. We do get this channel up, This is probably something you might consider going. And maybe not, because this, yeah, I don't think you could go short or long here. Yeah, you can't go long there. Even though it's a higher low off the bottom of the channel, this channel is just, we're just, prices are just making lower lows and lower highs. So it's counter trend for sure. And look, I marked counter trend here too, but I like it. The bias is down for the day. And we get this, that's actually a second entry short too, but so, man, this is, yeah, this is probably closer to that there. Yeah, that makes that looks like it makes more sense on the midline too. So this is second entry short, but off these lows, I don't know. You guys, you might look at something like this. You might look at this trade. I'm not gonna mark those. I probably shouldn't even mark this trade, but it just looks like a very bearish bar. It looks like a trap, a bull trap. Look, you get a break outside that channel, an attempt at a new high. So, and people are just getting chopped up left and right in here. I just don't like this. It's not neat. Okay. Oh, here, I didn't even see that. This looks like a nice aggressive entry, but it's into you're going into the highs of the range. But you might look at this. So I'll put a box here. I put a box here because I went short on this bar right here. Okay, fairly low risk, 4 ticks. Looks like a fourth test of that price level, but people just started getting chopped up here. Okay, I actually went short beneath this, and once I got this doji and then this green bar, I exited at like I don't know. I think I lost like a tick or so. And yeah, good thing because I think I would have gotten stopped out over here. So something to keep in mind. I should have waited for um uh I don't I should have waited for a lower high. You still don't want to enter here, even though it's getting tested, because it's just congested at that point, very congested. And yeah, they were just chopping people up. I don't see any shorts in here. Longs, first entry. This would be a second entry long, but that's well after 12. So, guys, that's what I saw for today. I would appreciate any feedback. I hope you had a great day, and I hope to be back tomorrow.